Right, all right. So, some of you might already be practicing. Some people, you might be practitioners, you might be martial artists, you might be sports people. It's okay, no problem. This is I am also one of those students only, and there might be other ideas that you have. I'll try to make it as general as possible, and this is just like a sharing. This is what I do. All right. So let us start. Sometimes we forget what to do, what to stretch. So this exercise have you done, that exercise have you done, this exercise have you done. Instead of going like that, a good or a better approach would be you just go from top to bottom. Start from your neck, and then shoulders and your back, and you go with your hips, and you can go with your knee, and like that we have an order that will help you, that will prevent you from getting forgetting. So the first thing in whatever we are practicing will be a little safety stretching, right? So let me, just a second. Yes. Nice. Nice. So we'll step back a little bit here. So now what we're doing is bring your feet together, place your hands on your hip. You can open your feet like this, no problem, just for balance. And then next side by side, first exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then go up and down. You go up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go for rotation. 1, and then opposite. So we start from bottom. We make a circle. We go opposite, and then the other side. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. So that's it. Very simple. That's what we do basically for the neck. And then for the next one, simply stand like this. Rotate your shoulders forward like this. Just simply like this. Yeah, it's nice. 1 and 2 and 3. And then we go opposite. Backwards. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Simple. Touch over here on your shoulders. Slowly make circles like this. Try to touch when you come forward, and then make a circle like this. Both arms forward. Moving forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Place your hands like this. Forward. Go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Simple. And go side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clasp your fingers together like this, and then make an infinity symbol like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try to make it in the opposite direction. Now upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Place your hands together in Namaskar position. Bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Just stretching like this. And I promise this is the last one. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Now you see, we have gone from here to here, and it's kind of okay. Yes, touch here. Open up. 1, 2, 3. Stretch towards this side. How do you do that? Place your hand like this behind the elbow. Stretch this side. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Other side. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. Now elbow behind your head like this. Nice. Now what we do is simply move on to the back. You can see the order. We are going from top to down. Slowly touch the floor without bending your knee. Touch the floor like this. And when you come back, place your hands on your hip. Stretch backwards like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, and 19, and 20. We place our feet a little more than shoulder width distance, and then place your hands on your hip. Slowly start rotation. It is supposed to be done slowly, but not in a limited way. You stretch maximum, but again, slowly. As slow as possible. And then opposite side. Go for opposite one. 1, and 2, and 3. That's nice. Now what we do, this is something very important. If you can see, so this is a different stance in which my feet are together. Now I'll open up while the heels are still placed like that, approximately 60 degrees. And then I'll bring my heels out. This is basically in most martial arts and whatever, this is called as a shoulder width distance. You are kind of balanced. Both sides of your body, it is having equal weight. So from here, you sit down while keeping your back straight. So what will happen? After a point, you will have to lift up your heel. You'll have to lift up your heel. So this is a basic back position. In the traditional Indian squat, this is how you squat down. All right. But again, we're not yet doing that. All right. We'll get there. But this is the thing. From here, it can also be turned outward. And you can see, this is what the feet look like. Simple. Outward. Try to be balanced. Now, some people will have a problem over here. You just simply sit down. Keep your hands here. Nice and straight. Keep your back straight and look forward. Look at a point in front of you. Very nice, very simple. Just focus at a point in front of you. I'm sitting here, legs. Simple. From the side, it looks like this. Our back is kind of straight, spine is erect, and that is what we are doing. Cool. Now, slowly we'll try to rotate the joint, rotate the knee joint from outside to inside like this. 1, 2, making small circles, legs. 1, 2. But now you see, there will be a balance problem. For that, you will have to adjust using the movement of your back. So you can't keep doing it like this. You'll have to go forward and here and here. Try that. Nice, nice. Some people are trying. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Nice, nice, nice. How about opposite side? Now from inside to outside. So instead of going here, we go inside to outside. Nice. 1, 2. Try side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know it's difficult. I know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Stand up. Right. So now we can go to the usual practice of lifting up your knee. Stretch like this. 1. Nice. Other side. 2, 3. Behind the hips. Like this. 1, 2, 3. Just hold 3 seconds. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Hold 3 seconds. Nice. And now we come to the last part. Here will be bring out the right side, bring out the right leg. Then just go up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now rotation. You'll be rotating it outward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Other side. Left leg now. Up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Rotation outward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's enough. That's about enough. Right? So that's what we're doing. So now, obviously, just like I said, this is a very personal kind of a thing. If you have some injury, if you have some whatever different, according to different practitioners, this will be different. Your stretching for safety and your warm-up will be different. But this is a general approach. Most people can do it. Nice. Any problem with this? All okay? Not okay? मजा नहीं आया? Okay. ठीक है. That's it. Now, let us move on to warm-up. This was not warm-up. For warm-up, we'll do some basic jumping, some this and that should get you warmed up. Now, you know that the body is safe. I'm trying to teach you to practice yourself. Of course, there are practitioners here. There are people who know more than me. But for general audience, I'm just saying, now you're safe. You know your body is okay. Now we'll warm it up using mostly cardiovascular style exercises. That means exercises that get your heart pumping. If you are practicing with me, try this. Try this. Simple jumping. Without the heels touching the floor. Nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The body is relaxed. Don't really have to do anything. Simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Here's another example. Try this. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Try that, try that, try that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Let me see. Keep going. Good, good, good. Switch to jumping jacks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, nice, nice. Continue, 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 continue. Continue 20 counts. Finish 20 reps. Yes. Let me sit while you suffer. So that's it. Basically, you don't have to do anything fancy. This should be kind of enough. If you want some more variety, you could try this as well. Place your hands in your chest level here, and then go up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. Try that, try that, try that. Yes, 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, 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 nice. Good, good, good. Looking good, looking good, looking good. All right. So these are basic exercises to get you started, to get you warmed up. And now let us move to some exercises that are a little more sport specific, strengthening exercises. Now, what sport specific I mean? Over here, we are trying to do a sport in which we're trying to learn all that, push-ups and the back and they see all this. So for that, we have some drills. For some people who are practicing, I really appreciate. Very nice. Thank you. Try this. You like it. Sit down. Sit down in that way, which we talked about. Good. Place your hands outward. We'll make small circles with the arm without bending your elbow. This is not like this, but the whole arm, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go faster, go faster, go faster. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nice. Nice, nice. Now go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Backwards, right? Yes. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Okay. Now place both your hands together. Clasp your hands together like this. Nice. Go to the left side. Go up, down, this side, up, that side, down. Try to make a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you feel something burning in your, especially shin? Right? Do you feel it? Push, give me some signal. Nay, or something else. Okay. So that's what we're doing. Right? You can try this. All right. So that was one example. I'll give you something else. Try this. Place. For this, you'll need some space. You'll need some space. From here, you're going to crawl forward. So basically what we do is, we try to make the upper body at least, that is the torso, parallel to the floor. Parallel to the floor or a little more. The key is, when you're down like this does not happen. Your hip doesn't have to go up too much. It should be either parallel or even better when it is low. So if it's low like this, not like this, here. And from there, you'll take steps forward. 1, 2, and back. And back. Right? Yes. Try that. Nice, nice. Try that. A few reps. Yes. Okay. Now see, the trick for this is, if your hands, relax, relax, relax. If your hip goes up too much, you'll feel a kind of a uncomfortable pain in your shoulders and also your wrist. And there's a good chance of injury. So how do you keep the hip down? You don't lift up your knee straight forward. You lift it outside so that you can accommodate it towards the side. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Because if you do this, obviously body goes like this. You're doing heel outward so that you can remain parallel or a little more low if you're capable, right? That got messed up. I said capable. If you're capable of it, according to your flexibility, right? Try it. Okay. So that's one example. Try another one. Now this is something you'll have to do a few reps to get it, but after you do a few reps, after you do some time, what will happen is you will feel, especially on the back part, this is like a back training exercise, also your core strength, core stability, and also you might feel in your triceps. Look at this. Simply, Sitting here. Nice. Place both your hands behind like this. Lift up your hip. And then go forward. I come back. Try that, try that, try that. So at least a few steps forward and a few steps back. If you do not have the space, then you can reduce it. Otherwise, it's good without any breaks. If you can go forward like a few steps and come back, that's going to be good. So basically, these are methods in which you can, again, you can feel it's uncomfortable. It's not good. Doesn't feel right. Yeah, because might be new for you, might be that you are already doing it. But for most people, this kind of challenges you, and that's something which will make you feel uncomfortable, right? So that's okay. It's just new, right? So these are the basics. Now, let us actually talk about what I'm trying to teach in the third course. In the third playlist, we are trying to mix together the Dand Baithak or the Sapati. Sapati is a variation. It's a, what's the difference between Dand Baithak? Dand Baithak is like a basic burpee. Going down, doing the Baithak, doing the Dand. So Dand is push-up, Baithak is squat. So push-up and a squat done together is like a burpee. Na? So the Indian variation is a Dand Baithak, in which you do a Dand. The Indian Dand is the dive bomber push-up or the Hindu push-up or whatever you call it, or the pumping push-up sometimes. You're in a Parvatasana, you go down like a dive bomber push-up, like the dive bombing technique from World War. The fighter plane will go down, and like in Top Gun second part, Tom Cruise goes like this and then he comes up, and yes, how's that for a tangent? So basically, yes, and then come back. The key is to keep your head tucked in. If your head is tucked in and you're not looking at where you're going, for example, imagine like a paper airplane. A paper airplane, there's a certain alignment. If it is going down straight, not getting sound. Is my am I audible? Yes. Okay. So like a paper airplane, if it is going down, it's good. It's good as long as it doesn't turn, the nose doesn't turn up. So if you look at where you're going, what will happen is that whole thing will become something else. The push-up becoming something else is not a big problem. Like in a general push-up, you're looking at the floor, you're going down, you're coming up. You're going down, you're coming up. No problem. What is the problem? The problem is in the Indian push-up, we are also trying to do like a negative rep for the shoulder press. You're going like this, like the shoulder exercise. You're doing this exercise in the gym. It is the negative rep. You're going down. And then from there, the focus is shifted on the chest. And for the lower part of the chest, you're doing this kind of a dip. You're going down and up. That effect you won't get. And for the proper push-up, this is essentially the half push-up. For the proper push-up, you would be doing 1 and then trace that same thing back. So in that kind of a method, you can see it's going down and it's going up. So that arch has to be maintained. For that, the head needs to stay tucked in. So I'll give you a trick. Do not look at the floor until the floor reaches or until you think your head is going to hit, right? It takes some experience to do it faster. Otherwise, you might, bump your head on the floor. You're going slowly when like a dive in the swimming pool. You go down before touching the floor, you're coming up. So that's what we're trying to do. Do not, make your neck all active and mobile. Kind of make it locked over here. Then go slow like this and up. I'll simply, just because this is, a deep topic. So I'll just touch upon it briefly. breathing, the way I breathe in this is simply I look at this as an exercise first. If you are coming from the yoga point of view, these are asanas, these are different positions. There is a Parvatasana, there is a Bhujangasana. And those are supposed to be positions in which your body, your muscles, your lungs, even your internal organs are supposed to be, stretched. And believe me, that's a very good method of training if you know what you're doing in that yoga. And then in positions where your lungs are stretched, when your body, the asana, the position, the pose itself is a stretched out pose. You're feeling open. That's when you breathe in like a Bhujangasana. For the second part of the push-up, when you go like this, when your head is up, that's a good, nice stretch. It's in English, it's called a snake stretch or snake pose, right? It's like a stretch, like a snake looking up. That is where you breathe in from that kind of a point of view. When you are like this in the Parvatasana, when your hip is up, so naturally because of gravity, because of the position, it's a little tight. The position, holistic position, not just the lungs, not just the chest muscle. They're looking at everything. They're looking at your diaphragm, which because of gravity, because of the position, it's going downwards and it's pushing forwards. So it is it's a good position for you to breathe out. So you see, the point of view comes from the positioning of the body, from the asana, what you're feeling inside. That's the yoga way of breathing. There are other ways of breathing as well. For what I see is, I like to think of this as a simpler method. I like to think of this as a muscle training thing. So for me, this is a push-up first, because we're doing it again and again. Not for me, just for me. It is for others as well, because this comes from a background of wrestling. It is a sport-specific wrestling exercise in which, oh, there is a guest. There is a guest I can see from Mr. Johnny. Hi. Nice, 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 nice. Cool. So I got distracted. So essentially, you go down, then you come up. So in my understanding, it's better when you're looking at it as a chest exercise. You look at it as a chest exercise. You do this, chest is contracted. So whenever you push up, you breathe out. For the rest of the positions, all the Parvatasana position, the mountain pose, you breathe in. It's a directly opposite way of looking at it, because now I'm looking at it as a chest exercise, like a push-up. So when I'm up there, so like nice stretch position, I'm going to use that position for breathing. And I'm going to do that for breathing out, exhalation. Every time you push up, you breathe out. Simple way of understanding. Push up, breathe out. And whatever you're doing in between, your body knows to breathe in. You won't forget to breathe, right? So essentially, what I'm doing is I'm trying to engage my core. I'm trying to tighten at the pit of the throat, and I'm trying to breathe out like. Now this can be done in a martial artistic way. It's a little difficult, not everybody gets it. Or simply, or okay. But we are always using the mouth for exhalation because it's a much more easier way. You can exhale faster, right? Especially because these exercises are meant to be in a more endurance training format in which you'll be doing it fast. So you don't have the time to, and do the all full kung fu. Might not have the time for that, right? So this is basically the breathing. For the Bathak, let me introduce the Bathak. The Indian Bathak might look, sketchy because the knees are going ahead of the toes, right? If your knees go ahead of your toes, it's bad for you. Yes and no. Look at this. Your knee going ahead of your toe level is injurious to the health of your knee joint. Now look at this. If I'm here and I'm bending this, so for most people, this is a safe range. After this, you'll feel a pain. And I'm feeling that pain as well. All right. If my body weight is like this, and I'm going like this, like this, like this, like I feel something over here. You'll feel that too. But we are not, it depends on where your body is. So this is like a oversimplified rule made for people practicing in the gym. The rule is simply when you squat, instead of doing this, some people might go like this. That's a bad thing. That's a no-no, right? Essentially, the rule is not the knee going forward. The rule is your body weight behind. If my whole body weight goes forward like this is not a comfortable position. But what if my body weight was here and then I'm moving forward? This is a comfortable, very comfortable. I didn't feel anything in my knee. It felt like a nice full range of motion for the whole thing, right? So this is what we call as a Hanuman batik. It is not too much pressure on my knee because it's not this. It is this. The body weight is backwards, hence it helps you in taking pressure off of that joint. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Okay. So that concept will be used for the basic batak. In the basic batak, your head shoulder width distance coming down. The aim is to keep your back straight, and as a result of that, after a certain point, you'll have to lift up your heel. If you have to lift up your heel, it looks somewhat like this, and then come up. Now here is a point. You don't sit down completely. If you sit down completely and feel like you're sitting on your bum and your heel is kind of touching or whatever, you feel relaxed. This will have a problem, negative effect on your knee joint. You don't sit down completely. You're supposed to go down as far as possible and almost sit and then still conscious. I'm not sat down yet. Still conscious, still tight, and then come back. This is a concept used in traditional, dancing as well. One, and you're supposed to go up because you're not supposed to sit down. That when you do that, you'll be getting up like high budappa. You'll be getting up like that. So to avoid high budappa, you need to be conscious, not fully sit and come up. The same thing is applied in the squat as well. Not fully sitting, coming up. Fully sitting, coming up. One. When you add these two together, it becomes a dand batak. A dand and a batak. I know this is not enough. There are other points to be mentioned. But because of time, I'm just going to, do it fast. The breathing for batak. I am looking at it as an exercise first. This is just my point of view. So for the exercise, somebody has said, super explanation on body weight shifting from knee. Thank you. I know I am cool. I'm the best. Just kidding. Thank you. Now, again, I lost my chain of thought. So basically, the breathing for your squat, because we are looking at it as an exercise for the quads first. They are stretched. Your thigh muscle is stretched over here, and it is contracted when you stand up. So from that theory, breathe out or exhale when you stand up. Exhale when you push up, exhale when you stand up. Exhale when you push up, exhale when you stand up. And whatever is happening in between, because you'll be doing some kind of circuses, you'll do all kinds of, in advanced formats, you might be doing things like this, and then up, down, whatever this is. You might be doing these things which are more complicated. You might not get the time to, breathe out in this position, breathe in this position. So in those areas, when you're doing something complicated, you'll forget to breathe. And that's a real thing. When you're doing something hard, you forget to breathe. Like basic sparring is comfortable. But if you're in a championship tournament or whatever, you feel because you forgot to breathe, right? So that happens. So for that to not happen, we have connected every time you push up, you breathe out. And every time you stand up, you breathe out. And whatever is happening in between, inhalation will happen. It's like this. Inhalation, exhalation. Inhalation, exhalation. But to keep it a little more simple, just think of this as exhale, exhale. and inhalation happens in between. So it looks like, or rather it sounds like, you can do it a little more silently. I was trying to, make you hear it. So that's the basic dand baithak. Simple. Any problem? Any problem with this? No issues? Yes, I know some questions might be there. We'll try to open it up for the questions now after some time, obviously. Yes, because I'm not done yet. I have a lot to say. Okay. So now your basic dand baithak is over. What we are trying to do is add some martial arts moves with it. Whatever is your system of delivery, I don't mean Zomato and Swiggy. I mean, the martial art in which how you deliver strikes, right? So what we do after the push-up, what we do is you punch, you do a kick or whatever. This is a little personal. Some people do it in a different way. Some people do a different way. Some people don't throw knee kicks. Some people do not throw side kicks. It's okay. But there is a trick that matters the most. If you get the trick, you will be easily able to transition between the push-up into the martial art. This is the trick. After the dand baithak, one, when you come up and you're supposed to get up, at this point, you're getting up and stepping into a staggered stance. Then jumping back, push up, again the staggered stance. Coming back, one, opposite. This is one thing you can practice. Otherwise, you can even do this. Right? One, two, three. Once you understand those drills, I have incorporated the standing up from the baithak and jumping into the position. Those two things are not different. You're not supposed to do the baithak and stand up and then jump. That is together. And there's a certain pause when you land at that position. If you can practice those drills, I'm sure within no time, and it's not that complicated. You don't really need to do it. Some people will just get it naturally. But if it is complicated, just practice these drills. After the baithak, staggered stance. After the baithak, horse stance, and the sideways stance or whatever. Try mixing it up. That will give you a certain idea of how to stand up and get into a position that is good enough for launching an attack. Right? Launching an attack. Sounds very serious. So from here, guess what? This is a good position for me to punch. This is not. So I'll be using it like that. One, two. In the playlist that is going to be provided, we will definitely touch upon how to do this, how to make a fist. I'll quickly touch upon that. Fingers together, hold like this, such as, the tip of your fingers touch the base, and then you're like this. And then you lock your index finger and middle finger together with your thumb, and still some space is left. You cover that space. Basically, that's it. And you use the first two knuckles as the main weapons. Of course, the whole fist is going to go in, but the thing is, it is the knuckles first two knuckles. That's basically how you punch, right? And then there are other methods. You want to do like a karate one, you want to do whatever, you want to do a vertical, you want to do this, you want to do that. I'll tell you some examples. Depending on your style, depending on whatever it is, if you get the transition move correct, and I hope I did touch upon that. Of course, it's not a good detailed explanation, but again, if you got that, from there, you can do a basic cross, you can do an uppercut, you can do this, you can do the elbows, you can go upward, you can do whatever, and you can even go into the kicks, because you're standing up getting into a position for the kick, doing the kick, and then coming down. You will see, like the old dialogue, I'm getting the how, but I'm not getting the why. I know. Why am I making it over complicated? It's already too much of jumping and too much of push-ups and whatever. And then why am I putting martial arts moves inside this? Good question. No problem. Me personally, when I practice, when I do whatever I'm doing, basic, I like to keep it simple. Simple push-ups, simple squats, simple this, simple that. But then again, occasionally, it's always good to work a little bit in such a way that it helps your mind-muscle coordination. It helps you get some more mastery over your body. And because most of us, even if you are, you'll notice, even if you're very good at maybe fighting or something, you're doing Muay Thai or maybe something else, it's a certain set of things that you have practiced again and again. And that's why you're good at it. It doesn't mean that you might be good at dancing. But essentially, dancing and fighting, it's a game of knowing where to put your body and how to move it, having full consciousness over the body, right? It's about positions, nah? Of course, not fully simple. You get my point, nah? And you're all on mute, so you can't, you can't disagree also. So the thing is, knowing what you're doing with the body, just a second, I'm very sorry. All right. So knowing what to do with the body has to do with mind muscle coordination. And when you do something complicated, it's a different level of challenge, not only for the body, but also the mind. And you will see it's a physically harder thing to do. And hence we are sometimes allowed to overcomplicate things. And when you overcomplicate, of course, you don't have to do the whole drill. You don't have to do the punch and the this and the that and the this. You don't have to do it like that. But some basics itself, if you can do, we are going to make a choreography out of it. And then this becomes a non-stop, full body. Oh, there's a call. I'm sorry. Just a second. Yeah, you can hear me now? Voice is okay? You're clear? Nice. So when you do this together like this, it becomes a full body, non-stop, cardiovascular, endurance-based exercise. Combination of compound movements, and you're doing it in a cardio fashion. That's what most martial arts focus on, for endurance, for being able to do hard things again and again and again. That's what you're doing. So for an example, it looks like this. So when you add other techniques, One, 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 one. Of course, other side also you can do. And we are planning to give tutorials for each of those moves and then how to put it together with the rent better so that ultimately you can make a little choreography yourself and practice it together occasionally and give yourself this kind of a very complicated choreography, which will, I'm sure it will enhance your stamina and also a certain strengthening aspect will be there. How does it sound? Okay? ठीक है? बढ़िया है? Nice. So now first I'll figure out how to unmute you and then we'll give you some time for, any problem you have, any question you have, you can ask. Obviously, two questions are, barred from this. My height and my weight, you are not supposed to ask a question. So we're going to open it up for that.
Buddhawala is here. His father, Arun. Hi, everyone. So I think he has the remote. Okay, everybody, please unmute yourself so that I can just have, I don't know how. Okay. Yes. Hello, participants. Uh, yeah. Anybody has got any doubt or something, you can just what is it? It is yeah, you can.
So you're able to unmute yourself now?
Yeah.
Cool. Anything? Anyone?
Sensei, I did not understood that crawling movement, Sensei. Which
movement.
hand should come, which leg should come first? I got
Yeah.
confused when I.
Okay. So right leg, right hand, right hand, right leg, right 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 hand, right leg, left hand, left leg, right hand, right leg, left hand, left leg. And if it doesn't feel
Okay.
good, you can obviously change it according to whatever feels comfortable for you.
Okay, Sensei.
That's what you're doing. Please mute your mic after the question.
Sure.
Yes. Aditi ji, yes.
Yes, sir, breathing exercise, I don't understand how to take breathe. It gets complicated.
It gets complicated. So to keep it simple, just make the outlet smaller, make this kind of a shape, and then make the core tight. That means your muscles in your stomach, it is supposed to be a little more tight, and then breathe out according to how fast or how small.
While we are going down, then breathe out.
No. When whatever exercise, whatever drill, if it is a martial art move we are talking about, when you hit or when you take a hit, that's when you breathe out. In an exercise point of view, when your muscle contracts, that's when you breathe out. So for the Dand Baitak, when you're standing up, that's when you breathe out. And when you're pushing up, that's when you breathe out. Because it's a contraction of those muscles, right?
And one more question. Can you tell me some exercise of hand strength? I don't feel like my hands have any strength. Like I cannot hold my body in push-up position.
I think you can hold it, but the problem will be as soon as you start moving and do a push-up, that's when the problems comes.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So
yes.
go short and boring answer. It's just practice. You just try doing it again and again, and you get it. But then again, according to people, the people to people, that difference might be there. You might have some injury, you might have some pain, you might have to consult somebody, right? And there might be other changes in your diet that you have to make minute things, na? So to get more protein and iron and whatever, and to consult the doctors and whatever, those are more minute things. But otherwise, just keep doing the push-up, and instead there are assisted variations of the push-ups. So we can do that. Good. It is more easier variation. If you can't do the regular push-up, do a push-up on an elevated surface, like keep a table or not a table, but an elevated platform like a kitchen slab or whatever. And then you can do the push-up on that. So it's not like this, but it's like this. It becomes a little more easy, and like that you can build up strength. Cool.
Okay. And from when the online class will be started?
We'll let you know. We'll let you know in the groups.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else? Anything else? Anyone else? There is Piyush ji, there is Lokesh ji, there is iPhone, there is Rasik ji, Rupesh, Sai Samir, Sridharan. Anything?
But I got a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Whenever we are into compound movements, like with me, it happens that one side of our body pushes more than the other. How to compensate that?
One side of the this might be like a gym bench press kind of a situation.
Yeah, kind of muscle imbalance kind of thing.
Muscle imbalance. Is it too much?
It's very minute. It's not very prominent, but I feel like one side is pushing more than other.
Okay, if it is minute and one side is pushing more than the other, and short and boring and bad answer would be you just don't let the imbalance happen. Just push more from the other side also, or push less from one side, and you will get it right. But if there is some other kind of injury based thing, then there are smaller additions, smaller things that you have to do. You have to work on muscle groups which might be less strong, which might have injuries, which might have some stretching problem. So this falls into the category of physiotherapy, not basic exercises. And this is a little different. I would suggest if it is something serious and if you're not able to, first of all, my suggestion would be, of course, I don't know how hard it is for you, but I am just blindly suggesting you try to do it yourself, to try to make sure that there is no imbalance, and try to practice and holding stuff and whatever, try to not let it happen. But if it is difficult, I would suggest you get help from somebody who knows a little bit about physiotherapy, about the body. So there are muscles and their own strengthening and weakening methods are there, which we don't know. Even people in the gym might not be aware how to slowly practice, small muscle groups that might have gone somewhere, or I mean, they're not going somewhere, might have, less strength and some injury, or it's not stretching properly. Those methods, those people know very well. So if it is something that is not stopping after your effort, I would suggest you ask some doctor or something, because they will give you exact exercise of this muscle is a problem, and that is where you need to work on the strength.
Okay, thank you.
Is it okay? Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Anyone else? Harshad ji is there. There is Rupesh ji. Okay, not a lot of.
Sir, I wanted to ask a question.
Please.
Sir, for example, मतलब कुछ लोग ऐसा बोलते हैं, some people say that whenever you are doing any move or any kind of exercise, some people say that you do it very fast or you do very slow. मतलब अगर आप इसको slow करते हो, धीरे धीरे करते हो, तो ज़्यादा बेनिफिट होता है, या फिर कम टाइम में ज़्यादा रेप्स करने पे या ज़्यादा फास्ट करने पे, जैसे कोई भी हो, या पुशअप हो या फिर राउंड हो या फिर जो भी हो, उसमें ज़्यादा बेनिफिट रहता है?
Okay, good question. So quality versus quantity, obviously quality, but it's not different. See, people who are doing slowly and nice and perfect form, and people who are doing the same exercises fast, they are not necessarily different people. So in a beginner level, you are supposed to understand the proper form of an exercise. You're supposed to go down, come up, and make sure there is no imbalance, like we said. And then it is proper, and breathe in and go through the whole range of motion, and make sure you're having that intensity on the concentric and also the eccentric part of that means stretching and contracting part also. It's a proper rep you're doing. On a beginner level, that's what you're supposed to do. Even from here till advanced level, that's how you're supposed to exercise. But in the same exercise training routine, a little bit different approaches can be, incorporated. So when you understand the rep, when you understand the quality aspect, when you can do it slowly and nice and properly, which you are supposed to do more, that is something you should always be practicing. Once you make sure that you're confident, then you can practice that faster. If somebody has proper form, if understands the range of motion, if he understands, how to provide that intensity for both contraction and expansion, if that is there, then what will happen is, even if you're doing it fast, you will get a different kind of a result, but you will get the result. When we are doing something fast, it's a more endurance based approach. We're doing something slow, it's a more strength training, that kind of a approach, right? Does it make sense?
थैंक यू सर,
Okay.
समझ गया.
It is not different. पहले आपको धीरे धीरे सीखना है, और एक बार आप कॉन्फिडेंट हो, उसको आता है आपको, उसके बाद उस चीज को आप फास्ट भी कर सकते हैं.
ओके सर,
Good.
थैंक यू.
Yes. And anything, anyone else? कुछ नहीं है, छोड़ दो, हमको संडे को रात को बुलाया हुआ है, बताओ, हाथ धो रखिए. All right, so I think that's it. We'll wind this up and we'll let you know when the classes are starting, when the videos are available. So if this format is not comfortable for you, you can definitely check out the playlist that will be provided. Otherwise, you can make use of the YouTube channel and support all the videos and whatever. There's a dhoti. We are making the dhotis. You can order the dhoti online. You can explore the merch designs on Kadak Merch. Otherwise, you can download the app. There is a Sendo Jitsu app. Links are provided. Those apps you can download and you can enroll in any one of the online classes that are happening or private classes that are happening. Otherwise, you can just unlock all those video modules in playlist format. There is Muddy Muscles Course 1 that is done by Sapate variations, 17, 16 variations. That is Course 1, different videos are there, 17 videos are there. Course 2 is an exercise-centric format of, Silambam and Kalari inspired Lathi movements. And Course 3, we are planning to make it. Hopefully, we'll do it as soon as possible. And things are happening. Johnny G is saying many thanks. Thank you. Thank you for visiting. And that's it. Thank you. Any problem? All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good night. Have a nice day. Yes. Thank you.